Meet the model of all-American high society style, CoverGirl Dianne DeWitt. Her cool, classic beauty and fashion understanding makes her one of the world's most sought-after faces. Dianne captures the essence of modern sophistication with an intuitive understanding of each designer's work.
YSL speaks for YSL. For him, you also feel like a very sophisticated, well-dressed woman. Bill Blass, who's a wonderful gentleman, fabulous sense of humor, a wonderful designer for the American woman, and for every woman for that matter, but sophisticated. And then, of course, you have a wonderful designer, Oscar de la Renta, who is originally Spanish, and he has a little bit of more of a flair that might be different from another sophisticated designer. Each of them, you picture them as a certain style, a certain vignette of an American woman's life during the day or into the evening, or some of them do it for both.
Dianne DeWitt is the image of classic elegance and grace. Her understanding and interpretation of today's fashion give added dimension to her beauty. Ultra-feminine, yet sophisticated, Dianne graces the runways of the world. Yet it's her attitude towards her work that makes this beauty remarkable.
I love my job. I mean, I hope that everyone really loves their job, but I must say that my job is very rewarding, and it is different. Most days are different from the day before, and it's a lot of work, and there's a lot of pre-preparation as well as preparation when you get there, and also just your attitude and your feeling toward your job, and modeling and keeping yourself up is important. Any woman should do that anyway, but so it's not, I'm not saying anything any different. I think it's most important that you do, and that's the whole reason that you are booked, as we say, because you understand their clothes, or they feel that you look good, or you are the right image for their clothes. It's a whole attitude so that you present the image for the designer, and that is your job. There's nothing more rewarding than a live audience. Especially if you're doing well. Now, if you're not doing too well, you kind of wish that it wouldn't be live, but that's the challenge right there, is you get one shot at it, and that's it. It's very fast, it's extremely hectic, and hopefully you do keep your cool throughout it all. But that's what I say, each time you come out, you're fresh, it's a new outfit, and it's as if you were never out there before. You know, it's just spontaneity. So that can be very, very hectic, but in a fun way. It is an act, in a way, that you have to portray an image or an idea. And with that, that's a challenge, too. You know, you just have to really get into that atmosphere, too, for your garment. So hopefully I can go from morning to noon tonight.
From morning to night, for every occasion, Dianne DeWitt, the beautiful image of all-American glamour today. Meet the exotic and beautiful Bo Pinder. Born in India and raised in America, Bo combines the mystery and allure of the East with the earthy, down-home directness of the West. Bo's life has become the all-American dream.
I was waiting tables in New York City in 1980. Just minding my own business when somebody came along and said, "Hey girl, what are you doing waiting tables? You should be up on doing some shows." I was born in India, and at the age of 10, my family moved to California. But listen, I grew up on the farms, and never in my wildest dreams did I ever thought I would be in this profession. But no, I never thought I ever wanted to be a model. You know, always a tomboy. was very much involved in athletics. I phys ed major, so you can imagine it's the totally opposite of this profession. And hated makeup, hated clothes, always wearing sweats. I don't know if many people are aware of the Indian culture. It is very strict. My parents didn't know that I was a model for like 2 years, until I think somebody saw me on television and said, hey, we saw your daughter, and do you know what she's doing? But I think now they're really proud, and I think they don't understand, actually, they don't really understand, I mean, who does, really understand the fashion world. My first job was for Mary McFadden, and I was shaking. I could not even, when I looked at myself in the mirror, and I had never had full makeup on before, I gave a scream because I used to have very, very long hair down to here, and so they just fluffed it up, and did this, and I didn't recognize myself. But I made it through that show in one piece, didn't fall, didn't hit somebody on the face with my fur coat or anything like that. So I lived through that moment. But I don't think you ever get used to looking glamorous. What you see on the runway, it's such an illusion that you never get really used to it. I'm still having a hard time adjusting to modeling. I really am. And it's, for me, I see myself most of the time, sincerely, really, like as a tomboy. And I don't see myself as a glamour, walking down the runway, but I don't know. I just think of myself as a person, and some designers will like me and some won't. So for me, the important thing is my personality. And that to me is very important. Modeling is, again, it is glamorous. It is fun. It is it's exciting. You meet all kinds of people. But I think for me personally, it's the traveling and the money that has, in my life, brought so many changes. It's been interesting. I really have enjoyed modeling. And even though I got started a bit later, it's been worth it. It really is.
Pinder, an exotic beauty with all-American style.